All right, so we're gonna re-go over how we dip our brushes so you can get right in here. And we're gonna show you, so I'm gonna dip it and I'm gonna push to the edges and then it's locked and loaded, okay? So again, we never do this, okay? So it's dip, push, push, locked and loaded. Tons of product on my brush, ready to go. So now I'm gonna just show you how to paint some fascia. I'm climbing up on the ladder here. Dip, push, push, okay? I can put a ton right here. Tons of product all over the surface, okay? And then I can go fast because I don't have to be delicate and get the underneath side, okay? I'm still gonna put a ton of product now quickly on this surface, okay? And because there's tons of product, now I can push the product I have that's on the surface underneath where I want it to go. And long strokes, okay? I don't need to overwork it, okay? It's nice and covered. Get more product, do the underneath, okay? If there's any bumps or grooves, I can wiggle the brush so that it fills it in. But always kind of pulling in one direction. And when I'm doing this part, every time I'm gonna draw a line with the brush, I wanna go like this and go fast like this. I don't wanna do this, okay? Because if I was doing it like this everywhere, if I wasn't painting here, I'm gonna run the risk of hitting it. But if I do it like this, it's controlled. And then if I needed to draw a line, I could draw a straight line, okay? So let's just paint this. When you have nails, you have to be really cautious of the drips because it does like to drip really quickly. So brush them gently with a little less product. There we go. And the better you do on your first coat, the way easier time you'll have on your second coat, okay? So you want to do a perfect, flawless first coat as often as possible. So again, I'm seeing underneath, long strokes as much as I can. Now I'm going to come down, move my ladder, and as few ladder placements as possible. So dipping, tons of product on the surface. Watching for drips. Got my drop sheet underneath me, so we're good. I want to kind of even out the brush strokes because this is a solid stain. So I do want to make sure that it's really pushed in to the wood. I would never whiz roll trim like this because then I would have to have a whiz roller in my can with a grate and a brush, and it's going to be really messy and go 100 times slower than just physically brushing it. Yes, this might hurt my hand the first time I do it, but it's going to get easier, okay? So again, lots of product on the easy part where I don't have to be delicate so that it's good. And then with less, I can push it right underneath where I want it to go in long strokes, seeing the bristle, not getting it where I don't want it. And again, those rough parts kind of have to get wiggled in. And then just the last bit with just a little bit of product. And it's good. And then make sure when you're doing fascia, you don't forget to do the edges, okay? So I'll have to move the ladder to do those edges as well. And sometimes you have to dab them because they're nice and rough without getting it on the roof. You just wiggle it in. And you want to give it ample time to dry before doing the next coat. And we're good.